Nightmare. It's probably because we have so many things going on at the same time. Stream coming in from Discord over there with Chris. It could just be that the gods have decided that today is not the day that we'll do a live stream without an interruption. A couple of the guys have found us already. Luke is there. Leslie is there. Luke says wouldn't be a new session or new season without one. You're absolutely right. We're really sorry. It happens. Yeah, it's a little unprofessional. I do apologise. I'm just trying to get rid of all my errors. Chris is still there, happy, laughing in the background. I'm really sorry. Clearly, there's a couple of people that are finding us really early doors, which is telling me that if you have hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon down in the corner, that you're getting alerts when I start a new video. If this happens, Chris actually just got an alert straight away saying that, hey, Easy8's gone back online. We know because we did it. But it just goes to show that if you have that little bell icon clicked, it's good. It's a good thing. Do it. Hit that bell icon, please.
Please.
Look, I'm sorry, man. It happens. It happens to the best of us. I'm not the best. Does it happen to the best? I don't know. I mean, it just happens.
It just happens, man.
Yeah. Luke has said, and a link on Discord. Yeah, cool. Thanks, man. That's cool.
Luke, the Discord manager.
Yeah, really is. He's really made Discord the success that it is. Thanks, Luke. Cheers. Yeah, so we're just going to wait for everyone else to kind of catch up. Hopefully we'll get a few more viewers dropping back in a minute. Do let us know when you're back in, and then we'll go for a break. And maybe we'll lose the connection during the intermission. That will be
fun.
That would be a bag of laughs, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Let's just have some fun and just push back through. Kes says, just one of those tech things. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's just a little bit of overload because Chris is on. Incidentally, obviously we used to have Kyle on some months ago as a regular feature to the show. And these disconnect problems weren't a massive problem when Kyle was on. There have, however, been a lot of settings changes, as Chris and I have discovered today, with my streaming software. A lot of the stuff that's been changed recently, I don't even recognise it from its former self anymore. There's a lot of new stuff that's going in there, a lot of stuff that I've got to learn. So yeah, I apologise. It's going to take me a little while to kind of catch up. I hope it doesn't affect the quality of Easy8 too much. Jeff says, found you. Yeah, hi, welcome back. Sorry, I'm really sorry. Yeah, it's just one of those things. And then I've just spattered paint everywhere. I'm hoping, obviously, with a new studio in the works and a bigger, better computer running everything, I might have more luck. It might just be that I have to consign myself to the fact that I'll never be able to run a proper full professional show, but that's not what it's all about really. It's about providing company, motivation, and having fun and just getting your stuff done. Dad says I've actually had problems all day. Yeah, and obviously we live within just a few minutes of each other, so it could be that it's our link, our local network provider, not provider, but our internet connection provider. Who knows? I blame Chris personally.
Yeah. You can't handle the German energy coming up.
Is that what it is? That backfired me pretty quickly, didn't it? So, well, look, we're pretty much all here. I think we're just waiting for Adrian, if Adrian's not already back. So I'm just going to take you back over to the workbench because I am now working quite happily on the hull of this tank here. Leslie did say that the tank was looking really cool. I didn't actually get to see the whole comment before it all went down and we had to reconnect. Oh, my music just stopped, but it was the end of the track. Okay, cool. I thought I had more problems then. Don't...
Am I going to do this all the way down? No. I'm just going to stop shading now. Adrian is also back.
Who's back? Adrian! I'll be back! Okay. Hi, back! Thanks. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You also made that joke, okay.
I couldn't help it, man. Yeah, I'm really sorry. It could be any number of reasons. Could be that I've got Chris on tonight, taking up some of my bandwidth. I doubt it, although I don't know the sort of workload of Discord. Normally with Kyle, we used to use Skype. Maybe Discord is a bit heavier. I don't know.
Shouldn't be, though.
It was a bit of a last minute sort of not planned, but you know all our efforts were a little bit kind of done on a rush last night.
Yeah.
And then we got everything ready, and then of course today, nope.
The sound not working, no, it's breaking down. Everything's going mildly sideways.
Okay, I think I'm at a point where I'm done with the green, and I might then move back to sort of a transparency, which I will apply. Oh, I just spattered all over the back over here. That is not what I wanted at all.
Will he ever get done with the tank? Will he ever be finished with the colors?
Yeah.
Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Answers in the comment section.
Find out next episode on the Easy Age.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm just trying to get some real sort of highlight focus on the corners, the pokey out bits. That's right, pokey out bits. Got some hard transitions going on there, which I'm going to soften down in a bit, hopefully. I'm out of paint. Yeah, what a great time. Fantastic. So I'll clean the needle off. I'll purge that through. Let's just get some water, just flush it through as quick as I can. Out watering that little pot. I'll just bring my needle protector back in. Here we go. Here is the slow journey of getting all the paint out. I must apologise also for the state of my hands today. I've been working very busy. I've got dirty fingernails. I consider myself to be a bit of a hand artist, like my hands constantly on display here on screen. So I think,
model.
like, yeah, well, you kind of are, aren't you? Like displaying rings or watches and things as an advert or something. You have to have like good hands. Yeah, clean hands is something I pride myself on. Today, because of all of the problems that we've had, I have not had time to have a wash. Is the quick answer to that. I'm still wearing my work boots. So yeah, it's been a hell of a day. So apologies for all the inconsistencies. It's fun though, right? It's fun.
That's the beauty of life.
How is the paintwork going there today? Right now?
So for me,
yeah.
I'm currently doing some shading, which is always fun to work with.
We'll have a little look at what you're doing over there. Cool. Oh wow, zoomed in nice and close there.
Yeah, you can count pixels because it's what the program is working with. But yeah.
Pixel counting. What a hobby.
I'm going with a deeper shade of red than the actual miniature.
Right.
I know. Heavens forbid.
Heavens forbid, man.
How dare I?
You do your own thing, man. Right, I'm just gonna push the needle out here just to see if there's any grossness. Oh, there's a little bit of grime on there, isn't there? Okay, so let's give that a little clean off.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Right. I'm just going to push the needle backwards through the airbrush, just in case. You can see there's some thin paint coming out there. That's normal. But if there's like a little blockage just built up in there, it can help push it out. And I want to go from the back to the front while I'm doing that, so that I'm not pushing it further deeper into the airbrush. It's going to kind of come out the front end, and also I don't want to be putting the airbrush needle in point first, because there's a danger of bending the tip, which is really easy to do. Even on a microscopic level, you don't want to be doing it. So yeah, don't.
Don't.
Just don't do it, man.
This message has been brought to you by Easy Aid.
Yeah, just don't. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop a little bit of cleaner on the back end of the needle. So as the needle kind of goes through, it will just take that cleaner. Oh, look, there we go. Oh, you can't see it on your screen. There is a nice lump that has come out just there. Beautiful. Okay, so now I'm going to put the needle in front ways, but it has to go in backwards. And that should help just clear out any gunk. And then I'm just going to blow a load of water through it. These paints dry so quick. I say it every week, but yeah. And now I'm just going to clean out my hopper, and then we'll have a quick break.
Woo, break time. Your first breaks are important. Don't overwork yourself.
I can see my CPU usage is really low, so I don't know what that was all about. Like a little weird sort of CPU spike. Weird. A ghost in the system, as Kes would say.
The matrix is breaking.
Yeah. Yeah, someone's changed the hard point.
Make sure we're going all over the place right now.
So you're doing a sketch, pixel by pixel, that later on you will then paint over or paint into, yeah?
I'm using it as a reference, basically, because I can show the viewers what I'm casually doing while I'm not on the show or doing anything else interesting. Let me change the thing real quick. Where do I have it? I think I have it in here. There you go. That's
one of your works.
Yeah, that is basically the lady I want to paint as a canvas, on a canvas.
Did you paint that?
Yeah, I want to paint that on a canvas.
But you painted that digitally?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
With a reference, of course. Always, you can use references. That's important.
That's brilliant. Cool, man. Yeah. Oh wow, it's nice to have like a proper cool artist on the show. My airbrush is clean. Yeah. And we seem to be working well here at the moment. Leslie said, to clarify what he said before we broke the other stream, said I said that your tank turret looks killer. Brackets immature laughter. Thanks. And Chris's work also looks killer. No immature laughter for you, Chris. Sorry. Thanks, man. Wow. I really appreciate that. Obviously, I'm going a little bit slower than I want to. It is time to have a quick break, so if you need to go and stretch your legs or something, if you need to go and refocus your eyes, now is the good time to go and do it. Maybe you've got to go feed the cat. I've already fed mine. Maybe you've got to go put the kids to bed. Get them to bed, or get them into the hobby. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, but before you come back, you should definitely change your paint water. Go and do that. Make sure that happens right now. And I'm back. And I didn't change my paint water because I didn't need to, but I did go and get myself a very well-earned brew. Welcome back. Hopefully moving on forwards now, we won't have any more technical problems like the stream cutting out short, which was just annoying. I'm really sorry about that. Fresh out the kettle, tastes like burning. Ouch. Of course, this evening I am not by myself. I am joined by Chris, who is still present working on that epic painting. Hi, Chris.
Hey!
Hey! Just before we left to go for the intermission, Chris, Jeff said, "Wow, Chris! Wow!" in capital letters. Wow! Yeah, Matt, it looks really good. So well done. I'm really quite astounded by how good that is. That's not to say that I didn't expect that you could do it. I'm just saying that is an incredible piece of work. So well done, mate. What I'm doing now is I'm just preparing. I had to go through my little box of paints because I had to clean up in the studio a little while ago. I like to do it occasionally. I spread out everywhere, but like I said, it's a shared place that I live in, so I had to kind of clean up for a friend who wanted to use the studio space to work in. So all my paints were back in boxes, so I was just having a little rummage and I found them pretty quickly. I've got all my varnishes out because I thought they might be quite handy. I've got an airbrush flow improver, which might be handy. I've got the retarder medium, which is the stuff that slows the drying down of the paint. I found my airbrush thinner as well, so I can try and have a little mix with that. But I've also just got the transpirator, which I'll take you over to the workbench again. Whoop, here we go. Cool. Yeah, you can see it looks like it's, I don't know, is that supposed to be like the Terminator font and then there's a picture of a Terminator eye on there? I think that might be. Anyway, it's basically a special formulation of medium to turn things into glazes. It's really good for mixing with your colors to soften down the opacity, make them really quite transparent, obviously, so you can soften out your transitions like I'm going to be doing here. I've done a whole video on working with transpirator as a bit of a product reveal, the first time I ever used it, and you can find that in my product reviews folder, of which there are 2 videos because I'm really good at keeping up on those. But it's a really worthwhile video. Try to keep them all to about half an hour, so you can have a good look to see what it's like, kind of me first time experiencing it as a bit of a noob. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to be going back to the Rot Brown base. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it funnily while Chris is on. But yeah, Rot Brawn. Here I am having a go at it. Rot Brawn. Red Brown. Shh. Mixing it with transpirator. God damn, whose stream are you on there? So what I'm going to do, I forget the ratios. I think I'm just going to go for about 50-50. So if I was to put in 1, 2, 3, 4 drops of, let's go 5, why not, let's do it, 5 drops of red. I've got a slight leak coming out here. Where's that coming from? Just a leaky airbrush.
That's not good.
I can hear it. I'm going to take my headphone off a second. Huh. Oh, okay, there it is. Yeah, it was the little connection. Air was just slowly coming out there. There we go. Sorted. Thought I could hear it. And also, I've got my transpirator here, which I'm going to mix in another 5 drops. 50-50 mix.
Let's hope it works.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm just mixing it all straight up in the hopper. I've got my little mixing brush here. I like to roll it back a little bit, just so it kind of runs out into the hopper. I've seen people like put mixtures of water into it as well, but I don't think that's really necessary. I'm hoping now I can see, actually, if you look at this little spot here, that's obviously my pale green. If I just kind of give it a real gentle misting, you can see that slowly blend away into a mid-red. Really, really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on this side here. This is where my little starting point. I'm going to work my way all the way around. I'm going to start on the hull because it's here and present and ready to go. And it's got some of the harder transitions, I think. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to cover over the whole colour. Just make sure that I'm actually getting colour coming up. There we go.
You can't see anything. No,
and it is giving me softer blends. That is working really well. I'm going to try and be careful of the bit where it goes into the wheels. So again, my old friend the Skitari Marshall is coming to the rescue. I can stuff that up underneath there. There we go. Little bit of advertising for Games Workshop there. Why not?
Sponsor.
Yeah, right. We are not sponsored. We are absolutely not. Sorry. And that has really softened those transitions out. That is really, really effective. I'm really happy with it. It's such a wonderful product. I bought it on a bit of a whim, as I do with most of my products, because I saw a guy using it on a YouTube channel. I was like, oh, what is this? This is a wonder product. I will use it. And it took me a little bit of getting used to, and then I was like, yeah, this is what I need. And it could be that I could make my own glaze medium just by kind of like using thinner mixtures or whatever. But the fact is that it's ready in a pot, it's ready to go. If it's got a bit of a placebo effect in there, then I'm fine with that. It works for me. It's bringing a bit of that richness of that red colour back in, and it runs really smoothly through the airbrush, which is great. Again, I'm just going to put this little bit of card just underneath the side skirt there. Lovely. And now up onto the side of the hull. Sometimes, yeah, I do get a bit quiet, Chris. I really apologise. Obviously,
worry.
it's my concentration voice. I can hear you doing away over there. Danny's not talking. I need to keep myself company. I've come on this show for the company, and he's not providing it. Cheers, mate.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, I was just changing some stuff.
Oh, that came out really fast. Whoops. Well, what can you do?
If you live in a shoe?
What can you do if you live in a shoe? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Don't know where I even have that from. I just know it.
It's nothing I'm familiar with, I'm afraid.
Well, now you know it.
Now I do know for sure.
And you lost a happy childhood memory for that.
Thanks.
Don't worry, got you covered. God damn it, Chris, just finish the part up there. Don't go all over the painting.
Oops.
What did you do?
I just wasn't holding the model very well. It might just be the fact that there was a slight blockage a minute ago, or it might just be that I'm getting a bit more confident and a little bit more cocky with the airbrush, but it seems to be flowing out a little bit more freely. So the colours aren't being so they're not coming out so soft at the moment, so I'm just trying to slow my pace down a little bit, just take my time to make sure that I'm getting a good quality coverage, which I seem to be getting. Okay, there's a couple of transitions that are a little bit hard still, and I just want to make sure that I'm giving them a little bit of attention. There we go. This bit here on the front, this it almost looks like a scar now. Hoping that on one side it's quite light, on the other side it's quite dark. It looks a little bit uneven, and I'm hoping that by giving it a steady stream of this, I should be able to blend the two together. And I think that's kind of worked, kind of. And unfortunately, from when I first put this colour on, there's a lot of overspray here, so it looks very untidy. Maybe there's some decals I can put that on, later to hide that. Whatever. Generally, though.
Work for me that I'm living in a paradox right now.
Yeah. So while we were having a break, just as we were coming back in, Chris was mentioning that obviously Chris is slightly in the future by an hour living in Germany, but it's live streaming on a show an hour in the past, which is being broadcast or streamed live to Germany. So essentially, Chris, you're traveling back in time to come back to the future. I think you're Marty McFly.
And the stream is also a little bit delayed. So,
yes.
Yeah.
Like you've gone back in time and you come forwards again, but not quite caught up.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I'm a paradox.
Yeah, sorry, man.
If Area 51 finds out about this.
Yeah, you in trouble.
Time zones are funny.
I think I could have gone for even more transpirator in this mix to get even slower, softer, gentler tones, which I might try with the green, so I might have more transpirator in there. But we're getting some really nice transitions now.
I hope so. I think I will see soon.
Yeah, man. I'm working on the side of the turret, and I'm basically just where there's really dark edges are, I'm just feathering it in nice and gentle. It's working. I keep coming away from the model, going to the piece of paper, just to make sure that I'm getting a steady flow.
Why does that part look so weird? Why do you look weird? Who said that you're allowed to look weird? Huh?
What, me?
No. Don't worry. Don't worry. You're always pretty.
Thanks, ma'am. Thanks.
There's nothing. Should know. Work a little bit more.
Oh, that came out a bit strong there. Whoops. Just blow a bit of air on that. There we go. Okay.
Did it do this half? Did it do some of half of my heart, or what is going on here?
I don't understand. Say, hit me with a question again. What are you saying?
No, don't worry. I'm talking to myself right now.
Oh, that's comforting.
I'm starting with the next person, but I haven't even finished the last one. Oh, there I am.
Yeah, I do that as well. I bounce around from area to area. I'm like, I haven't even finished this bit over here. it's really easy to kind of get led astray by, well, I don't know, my mind, I suppose.
Don't do what we are doing.
Yeah, don't.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, Easy 8 don't club.
Dude, this message has been brought to you by Easy 8. Don't.
Just don't. Don't do it, man.
Just don't. No. What are we doing? No. Please.
Right. Do you know, I'm really happy with that. I don't really know what I'm trying to do with all the different tones, colours and shades and whatever, but generally I'm really quite happy.
Hey, that's important.
Yeah, I mean it could be better for sure, but I don't mind it not being as perfect as I can. That is practice, and yes, it's going to take some time.
Practice makes perfect.
I don't believe in perfection.
I am perfection.
Oh, thanks. No, I don't. I think that there's always room to improve in anything. I know that sounds like a bit cliche and a little bit woke and a little bit, maybe it's a bit overused, but I think it's got its place. I genuinely think that if you think that you've achieved perfection, what's the point?
I mean,
so yeah. I was just going to go back to this front bit here because I think that could do with a bit more.
Oh, I like the thing about perfection. That's such an odd thing. It just reminds me of a Greek mythology thing again, but I'm not gonna start rambling again on stream because I already do this to my chat.
Yeah, thanks.
For context, I'm deep into Greek mythology, so yeah.
Some of our conversations have gone awry. Okay, I'm just going to empty out the airbrush there. There's way more in there than I actually needed. Lovely. Okay. Oh, that smells really clay-like. Oh, that was a really strong smell of clay. Fun. Right. Let me just purge this out here. Yeah, it smells like that's clay. It's peculiar, man. Peculiar. While I'm cleaning my airbrush out, I'm going to have a zoom in on your thing so we can see a bit more of what you're doing over there. The community have been really, really quiet over there. I hope that that's a good thing. I hope it's not that we've not been talking to ourselves and everyone left or the stream ended or anything like that. Perhaps it's because you're busy. Do tell us what you're up to. We want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell him, Chris. We want to know what you're up to.
Communication.
Yeah, okay, communicate. It's a live chat. Do it. Do it.
Yeah, do it.
Tell us what you're working on. Put some pictures up on Facebook.
Yeah.
Show us.
Or on Discord.
Yeah, or on Discord. By all means. The Easy 8 after party will be happening after today's show. Chris, I assume you're coming over to talk complete rubbish in the Easy 8 after party is what we often do. It's where stuff gets real, man. It gets a little bit bonkers and a little bit out of control.
Get your children out of the room.
Yeah. The Easy 8 painting club. That's all good. Yeah, you can bring them along to that. Bring them along at your own peril to the Easy 8 after party. It's not that bad.
No.
But it is an after party, you know.
Yeah.
How are those sandbags going, Dad? Adrian, what are you working on this evening? You didn't tell us when you first came on. I'd love to know what you're actually painting. If you're painting anything at all, how is that going? Leslie, how's the music coming along? Kess, what were you painting this evening? Kess didn't tell us what she was painting earlier on either.
Yeah.
And Luke, how are the Sisters of Battle coming on? Here they all are. Look. Jeff says, I am still doing sandbags. God, and drinking vodka. Vodka is a good choice. I do like vodka. Leslie said before that, because I got it in the wrong order. Sorry, got completely carried away playing some blue stuff and just realised it's been quite a time since I last commented. Lol. Don't worry, man. You don't feel like you have to. It's just there for you to chat if you want to. Keston says, I have been trying to find a model of the tank in the film Tank Girl, but no luck. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. It is a modified, I think it's a modified Sherman. Might be talking complete rubbish there. Because the tank is a real tank and the character Tank Girl basically did it herself, you might have fun and more luck kind of making the tank model, and then kind of scratch building those bits and pieces over the top. I think that all of the things that she puts on that tank are things that you might be able to find models of as well. So there is that if you wanted to. I have thought about actually making the Tank Girl tank, but I just don't like the film. I've tried to watch it. I've tried to enjoy it. It comes from a period of comic book era that I'm really into, but actually the film doesn't do anything. I could see what it was trying to do. It was trying to make a female. It was trying to make a female protagonist, and it was trying to be post-apocalyptic, and it was trying to be something it isn't, and it never turned out to be, which is a shame because some scenes in it were great. The tank is awesome. I like the attitude that the kind of character's got, but it's just rubbish. That's a personal opinion, of course. Oh, it's a Stuart. Of course it's a Stuart. Yeah. It's the M5. The M5 Stuart. Also the Honey. The M5 is a later version of the M3. They're both the same thing. They're both called the Stuart. They both had the same sort of role. They were really favoured by crews because they were quite roomy. They were comfortable. They were fast. They were made out of chocolate bar wrappers for sure. So they couldn't take any form of punishment. But they weren't used in that tank-to-tank battle like that. They were a very sort of anti-troop, anti-personnel, and of course early days they were a rival to a lot of the earlier enemy tanks, because we're talking sort of it's very very early war where the sort of the German tanks that were coming in, where I believe the P-38T, which is a Yugoslavian tank that was brought into the German armory, and it didn't have the might that we recognise when it comes to like the Panzer III, the Panzer IV, the Stugs. They changed the face of the war. But the Stuart, the M3, and then later on the adaptation, the M5, they carried on right through to the end of the war. They were used as a reconnaissance tank. They were used as a scout tank, and just anti-personnel. And they were favoured. The crews called them the Honey, which I think is really quite nice. Leslie says, both of your stuff is looking killer. That was my attempt at all capitals with many exclamation marks. I'm sorry. I had some chocolate in the break. The sugar's gone right to my brain.
I mean, I'm currently having a juice box, which is just pure sugar, so...
Juice box, you rebel, you.
And also, Luke says...
Chris is going crazy, guys. Got a juice box.
Also, Luke says, painting white is a nightmare. About to move to rest.
Oh right, yeah. I've not done an awful lot of work with white. I've done a little bit here and there. I've kind of enjoyed it. I've kind of not. Hard to say really where I sit on that. Jeff goes on to say that it's the 38T. Yeah, that was the German early tank that the Stuart went against. So yeah, I absolutely love the Honey or the Stuart. I think it's a beautiful tank, and I think it's got some real character. And I like the fact that the crews liked it and called it the Honey. Yeah, I value that. And I would like to do a 35th scale, 1/35th scale a Stuart. I would like to carry on doing them. I'm hoping that I will get through them faster than I've done this tank here. And for me, it's a big deal. Do what I do. I like the German stuff. I'm really into the Panzer IIIs, Panzer IVs. I think they're beautiful. I like the Stugs. They're wonderful. I'd like to do a Tiger at some point, but I'm not overly fussed about getting into a Tiger just yet. But I would love to do a Stuart. Would I like to do a Stuart or a Sherman? Because the Sherman, the Easy 8, is obviously the namesake of this show. I think it would be kind of nice to do a Sherman Easy 8. But maybe I should do that after I've had a couple of goes at some other tanks, so that I'm a little bit better. So when it comes to producing the tank that is the namesake to the show, it's a bit better perhaps. So maybe the Stuart will be what I do. And if I do a Stuart, will I do it in British colours? Will I do it in American colours? Probably American, because I really like working with the olive greens. The British colours are slightly darker. They did use olive greens. They were different. Batches of paint were made at different times by different factories, were also different. But the British typically is darker. So I have a darker set as well. It's not as extensive as the olive one. So in the olive colours, I have 6 different luminosities of the same hue, and in the British colours I have 4. That doesn't matter, but the olive greens are gorgeous. And then of course there's a Firefly. I mean, everyone's got to have a Firefly. So Jeff, my dad, my dad, and myself were playing Water Tanker a little while ago, and I took a Stuart against was it the Tiger, and when the Tiger or the Panther, I can't remember which one it was, when one of those really big tanks hits the Stuart, it goes up so fast. it wasn't even worth talking about. Skoda made it. Skoda made the Stuart, did they really? That's fascinating to know. Skoda was a rubbish car up until a little while ago. Now they're actually really good cars. Well, I don't know if they were rubbish. They were always viewed as a bit of a granddad boring car, a little bit like the Prius, I suppose. Yeah, but like Skodas now are good.
I was confused what it was when you pronounced that. Because in German, we also have that over here, but in German we say Skoda.
Yeah, I suppose we kind of
it was just
a bit of a barbaric attack on your language again.
I don't even know if they're German. Are they German?
No, I think it's
Are they German? I don't think
I think
so,
it might even be Scandinavian. So I think that the S with this little accent on the top of the S might even make it an SH sound, so it might be Skoda. I said that with a half burp in my throat, so I might have lent to the accent there. I'm not entirely sure. I'm now coming in on the greens with a transpirator mix. I'm coming in with 4 drops of paint to 6 drops of transpirator for some softer tones.
Just realized my music went out. I have them in the background. Oh, there they.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Not getting such a smooth transition with this one, but this front piece here, it isn't the best colour that I've ever done, so maybe I just need to kind of work at it a little bit and just see what happens. Going to clean that needle off. Take the protector off there.
I really did not finish this. Scandalous.
Skoda was Czechoslovakian, so that would be Czech Republic and Slovakia now, I suppose, one of those two countries, or somewhere in between. I thought it was Scandinavian.
Well, no, we're both educated.
Yeah, man, and that's what I like about this community is, you know, is education at the same time. That's one of the big values I like about doing historical painting, is that trying to research stuff about it. I've learned so much. It's been really valuable to me. And some months ago now, I remember having a couple of days off from work, or maybe it was during the pandemic, I can't remember. I spent a very long time learning about wheels and the different types of materials and things that they made them from. It was incredible.
I mean, it's just me with Greek mythology and overall what. Funny thing is that like everything is interesting to me in some aspect.
Yeah, right.
Like,
there's nothing. There's nothing really. Nothing. There's no such thing as boring information, really, when it boils down to it.
Yeah, because like some information just plays together. Like I remember, like when I'm like half drunk around 3 a.m. because I'm sleep deprived. I just looking up random things on the internet because I don't know why. I just came up with it. Like one thing leads to another, and this thing leads to another, and out of nowhere you have that information stored.
Yeah, right.
Like, oh, that's neat. That's basically just thing. Oh, that's cool.
The thing I struggle with a lot is information retention. I'm not very good at remembering the stuff for very long. Like I'm sure in a couple of months, I'll be like, oh yeah, so the Skoda was made by somewhere in Scandinavia, and Adrian will come back in and be like, dude, we spoke about this. Czechoslovakia. Okay, sorry.
Here's the thing. I remember stuff I read in my free time than I actually do in school. Like at school, she would like teach us, or teachers would like teach us the same thing over and over and over again. And I would be like, huh, I can remember this. I don't need to write it down. And 5 minutes later, I already forgot it.
Yeah, yeah. And it gets harder the older you are.
Yeah. Like, I already have memory issues because, you know, ADHD and everything that plays all together with the brain and stuff. Not going too deep into that.
Oh, I've gone heavy with it again. Oh my god.
Too much pain.
Yeah, it kind of comes out a bit quicker because it's essentially watered down. It flows a little more readily, and sometimes I just get the pressure wrong on the trigger.
Careful of coffee stains.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to avoid right now, which is not going so well. I could try and smear it with my fingertips, but that sounds like a bad idea.
Don't.
Just realised as well, I've been slightly out of shot there, so I apologise. Here we go.
Don't.
Just don't do it, man.
This message.
Yeah, you like that phrase? You find a phrase, you hang on to it, man. You hang on to it.
I don't know. It's probably because I also use that in my own chat. Like, this message has been brought to you by streams. Don't.
Bless you, man.
I nearly outed my Twitch there.
Yeah, don't cross it over. Keep it sacred. No. Keep it safe.
Oh my. My traitor.
So Adrian says you're thinking of either Saab or Volvo. Yeah, maybe I am. For me, it was just the sound. I thought I'd heard it, and I thought it sounded the Scandinavian thing. So maybe I'm just wrong, which is fine. Hey, publicly, I'm wrong. Adrian also goes on to say, "You know I will." Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's why I said it. Jeff goes on to say, a classy hobby model company make a 1/16th scale Stuart, £120 though. That is 1/16th. That is a big model. That is taking the Mini out of mini wargaming, isn't it?
Yes, kind of.
I see some people like making 1/6 and 1/8 models, and they're so big they actually have engines in them and you can ride them.
I just like when people like think, huh, this would be cool, and just do it, and then out of nowhere you can ride it. It can even make you a coffee in the morning.
There's a gentleman in Japan, a Japanese gentleman, obviously, well, maybe not obviously, who just decided that one day he was going to try and but make from scratch a Tiger tank of the Tiger from Germany. And is basically making it all from scratch, scale 1:1. So he's actually cast his own tank tracks, links. It's and it's taking him so long, but he's enjoying the process. It's just very lengthy, but my God, is he doing a good job on it? They're all done by hand as well. All these links are all cast by hand.
God.
And it's just one after the other after the other. Perhaps I can find the link and I'll share it on Facebook or somewhere, maybe even in a description to this video.
I like it when people are passionate about something. It's just good to see what people are doing always. I got a notification. Discord. Don't mind me. Keep on painting.
The paint consistency seems to have gone watered down quite a bit here. I wonder if with this green colour I should have just made my ratio the same, because I'm kind of struggling to get it to cover, and in an attempt to try and make it a bit heavier, it's I kind of concentrate it too quickly, and then it kind of blasts almost like a watery paint effect everywhere. So it's quite difficult. So I might actually, look how much I've got left in there. I've still got quite a bit. If I put another drop of paint in.
Mouse, sit.
And see what happens. Let's pop the airbrush over there while I clean my little brush out so I can mix it in the pot. Adrian says, pretty sure I've seen a 1-2 model of a tiger. That is, what is the point? Why just make a 1-to-1? That must be incredible. You got it for this sort of thing though. That is like a life project, isn't it? That's just not something that you just do for a year or two. That is an investment of your life. You probably have retired. You're probably, you know, got some sort of money. It might be even a crowdfunded thing. That's some heavy stuff right there.
Help me make a tiger. Crowdfund me.
Yeah, why not? You got to have some land for it. You got to have a hangar or a garage that can handle that. That's mental. Okay, now I'm getting some build up. What's going on here? Maybe I should have just left it.
There you go. Now the person is detailed. There.
Is it going well?
No, we can continue.
I hear you talking to your artwork a lot, but I'm wondering how well the whole product is going over there.
It will probably still take me a lot. But I know I made a tiny Luke somewhere in the UK very happy.
Ah.
At least I hope so.
From what I've seen, absolutely. No, I think I'm going to have to mix another drop of transpirator in there. It's coming out too opaque. Nice try, Danny. Didn't work. Should have left it be. Should have let it be.
I was just about to say a saying in German, and then I immediately realized you're not allowed to speak German. You shouldn't speak German.
Well, you can, man. I mean, it's just your native language. Don't be frightened of speaking your own tongue. Just don't expect everyone to go, oh yeah, right. That's my thoughts exactly. Or at least follow the translation. You know.
Put translation here now. Leslie commented saying, I think you guys are rocking it with your work in this evening.
Thanks, Leslie. Oh, cheers. Yeah, I see the comment. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm feeling the march of progress. Of progress, as where this tank has been like a static project for quite some time, obviously. But today I'm actually feeling like I'm getting somewhere with it. Moving on a bit. Yeah. Fun. I really enjoy playing with all these modulations. I still got a problem with opaque paint though, which is not what I want at this point. I want transparency, so just nice and thin. So we're getting quite close to the end of the show.
Are we?
We're like 5-2, but I think what we should do is probably stay on for a little bit longer, if you want to, Chris, because we were a few minutes late, and obviously we had a little bit of a cut out in the middle, and I always like to kind of make that time back up as a part of the Easy 8 promise. There is no promise; it's just something I like to do. So yeah, if you're happy, we'll stay on. We'll just push this a little bit further if you want to. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. So if you want to stay with us, yeah, we'll be around for a little bit longer, but we are getting to the end here, so bear that in mind. I've just ran out of paint, so I'm just going to make up a bit more in the chamber here. Jeff says a couple guys in Russia have just hand built a full-size Tiger 1. It's now for sale at 380,000 euros. Chris, I'm going to need some money.
Fun fact is, I actually have that amount of money.
Yeah, I need Off the top of my head, I need
I'm not
380,000 euros.
I'm not buying your tiger.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm fairly certain I can crowdfund the delivery. So I can take that pressure off of you right now. But I'm going to be honest with you. I need this.
I'm not getting you a tiger, even if you're a very good boy for Christmas.
Can the Easy 8 community please apply some social pressure to Chris to buy me, and in extension, you guys, a Tiger 1. Sorry, Chris, but I need this money.
I swear to God.
Swear all you like. You buy me a Tiger tank.
I'm not gonna buy you a tiger. I'm not gonna buy you a goddamn tank.
I bring you on my show. This is how you treat me. Crazy.
Easy 8 tank club.
Yep, I'm okay with that.
Just imagine coming to a normal like stream of Easy 8 and you're seeing just in a tank. Guys,
oh my god, that'd be so cool. When I first started this, I had visions of grandeur, obviously. Yeah, I'm going to be the best show ever, because that's kind of how it goes in your head. But I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I could actually get the community so popular that I could actually like go to like the tank museum and interview the people that work there and get. I know that there's kind of videos and stuff out there already, but I just thought it'd be nice to kind of bring like a modeling sort of community aspect to it all. And yeah, we could like do trips and stuff out to the tank museum or other tank museums, you know, not just the one that's near to me. But yeah, to actually like do a show at the museum.
Thank you, Leslie.
In a tank would be great. So Leslie says, nope, no Tiger for you. But Jeff says, where are you going to park it? If I'm in a Tiger 1, I'll park it wherever I like. It's the whole point.
You can't just park it on some random car.
I'm in a Tiger. I can.
No, please. That would be mass destruction of property. There you go. Now I have the word. I found the word. I lost it.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, and generally I think I'm okay with it.
What?
Yeah.
Guys, please.
So this green is interesting. It's almost too light compared to my expectations, so I might come back in a little bit. And add some trans spray to a dark green just to kind of blend in the shadows again.
I'm currently working with some reds right now.
Working with some reds.
Mm.
Okay, I'm going to have to do that little trick now where I kind of basically make a stencil.
Leslie says, hey, I've done my part. Thank you for that.
Okay, Dad, I'm going to need some money. I'm going to need, just off the top of my head, just to figure I'm kind of pulling in here, 380,000 euros. So if you could help with that, that'd be great.
Even be in pound. Don't use euro.
I'm going to roughly guess at about 350. But yeah, 350,000. Yeah, that's a rough guess. I could be completely wrong. It's a lot of money, right? That I need to ask for it. I'm not going to be able to get it myself. Crazy.
One second. How much are we talking? 380. That will be 324 and 4 cents.
Cents?
A pound. So basically, you roughly need 324 pounds. Have fun.
324,000 pounds. Yeah, so Dad, I'm gonna need some cash, mate. Thanks. I'm the oldest of your children. Clearly I'm the most favourite. I think I deserve this.
plus position handling, yeah.
I said I'll sort that out. But if you can cover that, that'd be great. Cheers, thanks. Cheers, Chris.
No. Leslie says, I could buy myself 350 custom-made guitars with that kind of cash.
Or one tiger, handmade from Russia.
It's kind of ironic that the tiger's from Russia.
Yeah. Tiger's a tiger, mate.
I mean, if all of the tigers over here in the German military would work, I would say I can hook you up with one, but I think I'm also getting in trouble for that. So
yeah, there's only a couple working in the world, and one. So what I think there's one in the world that the engine actually runs, and there's one other one in the world which is just around the corner from where I live, where it actually is fully operational. Apart from the turret doesn't work on it.
It reminds me of the video where an old person was sitting in a tank, and then I think his son said, "Dad, come out of there!" No.
Yeah.
Dad, come on, it's a tank. I'm not supposed to be in there. Nope, I'm staying in here.
Yeah, that got a bit crazy. I remember that exact video.
That's you in the situation right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why they didn't let me in the tank at the tank museum. Do you promise to come out of the tank? No, I'm sorry, I can't. I cannot make that promise.
Danny, you need to come out of the tank, though.
No, I can't. I'm sorry. It's actually physically an impossibility. Do you remember at the beginning of the show, Chris, just before the show started, I said I'd have to get my headphone charger. I need to plug it in, so give me a second right there.
I told you so. Why you do that?
Yeah.
Says, but I don't want a tank. I want the guitars.
Okay, well, if you buy me the tank, I'll get you some guitars.
With my tank.
Absolutely. Where are you gonna get those? Where are you gonna get those guitars from? I have a tank. I'll get them from wherever I want. I think I'm gonna get a bit of power hungry if I have a tank. Maybe you shouldn't buy it for me.
See. And also, I have a feeling that you will get in a lot of trouble for having a tank for the operation.
Yeah. Again, don't think it really matters. I'll have a tank.
Looking good so far. Looking good.
Yeah, I'm almost done here, actually. I am going to come back in with some transpirator and some of the shadow colour, just to bring those darker tones back in a little bit. The colours are this might be how it's supposed to be, but in my head I want some darker shades in there in certain other areas. So I'm gonna try and blend out the edges a little bit because I've got some pretty harsh transitions going in still. That's working rather well. And then I'm going to come back in and build up some shadow layers.
Leslie says, but that's not good. That's not a good offer. I'm going to guess that at some point several armies will subdue you, and I will be without guitars.
I didn't say it was a good offer, man. Just want a tank.
And Jeffrey says, go to War History online. Tiger 1 is for sale.
Okay, point taken.
And Leslie says again, oh, and the turret dude, proper nice.
Thanks, man. I'm happy with it. I'm actually, it's looking really good. Thank you. Just this green's just a little tricky because there seems to be quite a step with the way that I'm working with it. Anyway, there seems to be quite a step up between the different sort of strengths of it, if you like. The shadow to the mid-tone to the highlight. There's quite a step between them, so it's quite hard to blend them smoothly. I just need to introduce some shading back into it, and I'm trying to soften down those edges. I put those edges in, like for example on the front here, I put these edges in because I didn't really like the fact that the yellow was so close to the colour of the green. So yeah, I tried to kind of define it a bit more, I suppose. But actually, what I probably should have done is just worked from the bottom up in terms of colour. So I should have started off with a dark colour and then just worked lighter until it just kind of was got the way that I wanted it to. Now what I'm trying to do is just soften those edges in. I'll get there. Just paint drying a little bit. There we go.
Oh, another comment going in. Let's say again. And Chris, your artwork is another level. It's another level. It's awesome. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like it.
You guys are so kind.
Yeah.
Cat hair on the end of the needle, because of course it wouldn't be an Easy 8 show without the presence of my cat.
Hey. I was actually missing the cat, kind of, but it's good to have him back.
She is sat outside the door of the studio because I'm the only person in the house today, so she's a little bit left out, bless. But in the Discord after party, she will be allowed in. Got a little mark just here on the back of the tank. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. I might have to try and cover that over a little bit later on. Weird.
Oh yeah. By the way, I've been meaning to ask a little bit of English-German talk, basically. Is there like a different word in your language, but basically is like we specify a female cat and a male cat?
Yeah, so most animals, if not all animals, have like a male name and a female name. So the male cats are tomcats, and interesting that not a lot of people know that a female cat is a queen. But but queens are very rarely ever called that. In fact, I don't think I've ever really heard anyone ever refer to a female cat as a queen in conversation. Tomcats get called tomcats quite regularly, but yeah, very rarely have I ever heard anyone call it a queen. In fact, I think only actually in like one occasion. Dogs, again, like I don't know what male dogs are called. Female dogs are called bitches, which obviously does have like that is a swear word at the same time, so it doesn't get thrown around so much. But you do hear people refer to female dogs as bitches, and then just then as just boys. So yeah.
But yeah, we also have like that in our language, so I was just wondering.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, like I can't explain those words sadly, but a male cat is Kater. A female cat is Katze.
Oh right.
Yeah, and I don't know what the male dog is called either, but a female dog over here is Hündin. So
yes.
I guess that dog will be Hund. So there you go. So I was just wondering.
Yeah, we seem to use like some genders depending on the animal over others, and then sometimes we just call them cats or boy cats. Yeah, tomcat is almost an everyday phrase. Oh, I've got a tomcat. I've got a cat. I've got a tomcat. But you don't say, "Oh, I've got a queen." Yes, it's peculiar.
Got a queen.
Yeah, so it's weird, right? What? Anyway, look, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pull my little paint sheet away, and I'm going to pop my turret on top of my tank, and this is what I'm looking at so far. I am actually really happy with that. Those transitions, yeah, you'll see it in a minute, man. You'll see it in a minute. I'll take you through this expose slowly, but generally, I'm really happy with that. You can see that from the beginning to the end of the show, both parts, that I've really managed to get those transitions softened down. I don't really know what I was trying to do with them. Over time of playing around with camouflage modulation, I will I will learn. Yeah, and it's looking okay. It's got some like tonal interest, like the colours are shaded in some sort of a way. The green, I was expecting the green to be much darker. So yeah, I'm not entirely happy with that green. Blends off with the yellow a bit too much. But it's okay. I could have done a lot more green, I suppose, on it, and it might have stood out more, and then done less red, so it would have had like a nice sort of contrast on there. And then of course I've got the red damaged bits here. So yeah, I've got a little bit more to do on that, just to kind of introduce some shadows back into it, maybe even a little bit with the red again, do the cannon on there. I might even be able to get that done tonight on the Easy 8 after party. I'll certainly be able to have it done tomorrow, because I've got the weekend off. I've got tomorrow afternoon to myself, so I can do a little bit then as well. And yeah, that'll be fun. Let's come away from here. There we go.
Going in, by the way.
Go on.
Leslie says, right, I've got to take my meds, thus this is the time I must disappear. Thanks for another awesome night, everyone. Take care, peeps. Bye-bye.
See you later, Leslie. Take care. Thanks ever so much for coming along and staying with us through the difficult technical difficulties that we have with trying to bring a guest on. Yeah, and thanks for all your really nice comments. Thanks very much. Take care. Have a good night. See you soon. We're pretty much at the end of the night. So yeah, here we are. If you've got anything that you want to put to us, and put it in now before we go. And of course, if there's anything else that you want to talk to us about, then you can drop it in the comment section to this video. Let's start using the comment section a little bit more. Adrian obviously mentioned a little bit earlier on Gaslands as a game, because of certain technical difficulties and me just kind of getting stuck into my tank there. Didn't really get to go into that too much, but it is a subject that I would like to bring in a little bit later on, because bye on the cup. Cheers, man. I would like to get into Gaslands because it's a game, it's absolutely brilliant fun, but it actually has no models for it. You can buy stuff to represent things, and it's following typically uses Hot Wheels cars. So people either just use Hot Wheels cars like we have been playing with recently, but also people strip them down to the bare metal, repaint them back up and make them into their own teams, or sponsors they're called. I've done a couple, played around with them. Some of my friends, Adrian included, have also got some of their cars as well. So it's something that I want to go into, but not just yet, because I want to finish some other projects here at the same time. So perhaps we can prepare for the future. A group Gaslands project I think would be really cool, and perhaps Chris, once we sort of discuss it a little bit, might even be able to do us some artwork that we can proudly display on our Instagram, because we're not just here on YouTube, we are on Facebook as well. We're also on Instagram. Yeah, did I get this the right way around? No, I never get them. But yes, basically you can go and find us on any of those platforms. You can follow, and of course you can subscribe.
Don't forget the bell.
Don't forget the bell. Thanks, Chris. So yeah, just like tonight where the stream ran out because I'm rubbish. If you click the bell icon down there somewhere, when we get cut off, or we then restart the stream, or we just make another stream for something else entirely, you will always be notified. So hit that bell icon so that you never, ever miss me ever again. Really selling it here.
There's also a Discord server.
There is a Discord server as well. Links to all of those platforms as well is in the description just down there. So if you're interested in coming along after the show to hang out with me and Chris, where it can get real, it can get serious, bring yourself a beverage, and let's act up for the rest of the night and do some stuff together. That'd be great.
Yeah.
What I'd like you guys to do is have a little bit of a plan, like I've made a bit of a plan here. You don't have to do this, of course. You don't have to. You can do what you want to do, but maybe make a bit of a roadmap, a bit of a plan. Maybe it's about the current project that you've got, or maybe it's about a series of projects that you want to do, and kind of make that roadmap of how you're going to progress through your projects. I know there's a few of you out there who've got quite a lot of tasks coming up. I've got a lot of tasks that I've been trying to kind of get through. So maybe try and make your little roadmap of things that you want to do, that you're going to stay true to, by writing them down, and share those with us, and put that in the comment section to this video now, later on if you're watching retrospectively or whatever. Share with us your roadmap so that we can help you with motivation and a bit of direction and staying on path, so that we can get more stuff done. The more stuff we get done, the more stuff we can do. And then you can buy me a tank. Thanks, Chris. Cheers.
No, don't buy it. That's one thing to take away from this whole live stream is do not buy him a tank.
I will go mental if you give me a tank. I have a little radio controlled one, and I do go bonkers with that. So don't give me a real one. It'll be rough. Adrian does say lesser car, more a monster truck. Yeah, because we played a game of Gaslands the other day where I turned up with, if anyone knows what this is, a little Renault 5, which is a tiny little car. It's a roller skate. You could barely put your shopping in it, and Adrian did turn up with a monster truck from, like the States. I'd like to say that I nearly won, but that is not correct in the slightest. In fact, I got trashed, and Adrian won. Yeah. Jeff says, I sent you the link. Thanks, man. I'm definitely going to have a look at that. Perhaps I'll take that to I'll take that to Facebook as well. Be brilliant. Anyway, it's been a cracking night. Chris, thanks ever so much for coming along, and I'm really sorry about all the technical problems, and I'm sorry for Chris's echoey voice if that stayed true throughout the entire evening. I hope you had a good time, Chris.
Yeah, but thank you for having me.
No, absolutely. You're welcome. It's been great. It's nice to have a little bit of chit chat, because otherwise it's just kind of me sitting here talking. And though I'm happy with that, it's nice to have a little bit of a bounce back sometimes. It's great. And thanks for being a long following supporter of the show. Yeah, great. Bring your streamers over here. Tell them all about it. Come on, it'd be great. Get them over here. In the meantime,
if you ever have to find me.
In the meantime, we've got to finish. We could go on all night. If you want to join us, come and join us over at Discord at the Easy 8 After Party. In the meantime, I've been Danny. That's been Chris. Bye. Have yourself a wonderful evening. Stay safe. Be kind. Keep on painting, and we'll see you next week. Take care now. See you soon. Bye. Say bye, Chris. Bye. Gonna buy me a tank, mate.
No, I'm not.
It definitely is gonna happen.